Hello, my name's Ali Koko. I used to play on the wing for Wellington Lions back in the late 90s. I had the honour of playing with Jerry Collins back in the days of our sevens tournaments. So we used to go to Samoa for the Wellington Ulali. Played for Norths when I left school. Then I moved over to Johnsonville Rugby Club. From there I made the Wellington Lions and eventually represented my country, Manu Samoa. It was inspired by a friend of mine that's he's actually the president of Narbonne, the last rugby club of Jerry. And the club pulled together and did in French they say silence, marche en silence, which is a silent march, silent walk. That inspired me a lot to do something here similar, and it took us a week to organise with great help of great friends, and the end result was tremendous. It was just overwhelming. Everybody came out from everywhere.
Yeah, I guess my relationship with Jerry goes back a while now. He was one of the young Ulale Sevens upstarts. So went on a few tours with Jerry, kind of in and around the Wellington system together. But obviously, he was ahead of me and a couple of other guys. But it started off pretty much with the sevens really.
Ended up being invited to play for the Ulale team that was going over to Samoa in 1998. That's when I first met Jerry at training. From then on, everyone was telling me he had a lot of potential, and I did see a lot of potential in the Samoa boys who were playing in that sevens team.
To me, he was very important because when Jerry started playing for the club and we won our first Jubilee Cup in 2004, that was because of Jerry and the influence he had on the team and the club. And from winning their first Jubilee Cup, that influenced a lot of the local colleges for the kids that were leaving to come to Norths, and they did, and we won 2 more titles after that. He had a huge impact on the club, and it made all the young kids want to come to Norths because of him. And with him making the Lions, then the Hurricanes, then the All Blacks, he really led the way for a lot of the young players.
My first memory of Jerry, it was probably in the academy back in the day, the Wellington Rugby Academy. I was in the same year as Ma, and Jerry just didn't have any personal interactions with him, but just knew who he was. I was down to go on the academy trip to Argentina that was mentioned today that failed miserably, but didn't go, and so that's probably my first memory of Jerry, knowing who he was back then, and just hearing the rumours of how great he was, how hard he hit, and how hard he ran.
I've only met him a few times, but when you're from P-Town, and if you made an impact like this kid, if you've seen in the last couple of days how the community has rallied behind this young man, it's quite awesome. So to be part of that, I wouldn't be surprised if he met every single one of people that live there, and everyone's taking that and use it in some way to better themselves in their lives.
One story. Well, I've got a couple, but I'll say this one. We're in France with Tana and Jerry. Jerry was cold after coming over nightclub one night, early morning, and I had my brand new leather jacket on. The man had the nerve to ask me for my jacket. I thought he just wanted to wear it, but no, he wanted to keep it. And I said to him, hey, mate, you can buy 50, mate, or 100 of these jackets. But the man said to me, growing up, you'd never given me anything. So I gave him my jacket. And the man went to put it on, he couldn't even fit his guns in there. But he still kept it. Yeah, I want my jacket back now.
First time I met Jerry was playing for North in my last Premier year. Jerry was on and off with the team during the year because of his rep duties, and the game that we played in was the semi-finals against West out at the Hut Park. And I remember Jerry running past me and telling me to hurry up because my fitness levels had dropped by my last year in the Prems. And he whacked me on the back and said, "Come on, Lloyd, hurry up and get there," as he was running past me.
I remember playing in a Sevens tournament in Auckland at the old Carlaw Park, and pretty much the same thing really. I mean, from a young age, Jerry was one of those guys that didn't really stick with the group. He'd go and do his own thing, but yeah, I guess we started drinking together, and then he'd disappear for a little bit, and then of all places you'd meet up with him talking to some random people in Auckland and bring them into McDonald's to eat with our team. So those are the memories I have of Jerry, and just the top person that he was. Just nice, caring guy.
And just a funny story with him. He came to Glasgow. I rang him, went to the hotel. He asked if I had any spare dress shoes, and I thought, he's left his dress shoes, and so I gave him a pair. They were way too big for him. We get to the aftermatch of the game, after the game, and he's wearing his normal runners with his track pants, and I was like, "Solly, where's the dress shoes?" And he goes, "Hey, that's for later." So just cracked up, just Jerry to a T, worried about, the formalities are there, but it's the actual after party that's where he shines.
He was humble, young man with an old soul, in saying that he respected he knew the rules. You respect your elders and look after the young, and that's what he did, and that's why we, as the old, respected him. He led by example. He was the youngest in every team he was in, but he played like he had the most experience.
Oh yeah, he was. Well, everyone knows he was a really good defender, but he had some really good ball skills as well. The guy that was quite fit and read the game pretty well. So yeah, he was. People don't really notice it, but he was a pretty good sevens player. I enjoyed playing with him, and obviously really physical. And like I said, had some pretty good ball skills.
I've never been to a funeral as big as this one, and just being there, I see how much Jerry's touch everybody, not just in Porirua but in Wellington, and whole of New Zealand, and friends that have come overseas as well. It's huge. I think it was not just a few. I think most of the All Blacks that played with him, and ex-Hurricane players or ITM Cup players and club players were all turned up. So just full of rugby players, full of superstar rugby players as well.
I've never seen Porirua come together like this before, and it's so awesome and be proud to be part of that. Doesn't matter which jersey he wore, which country he played for, or wherever he was playing in. He was always representing us, and he never failed to mention Porirua. This is the kind of kid. There's not enough of him around.
To be honest, I took Jerry for granted with all the work that he'd done through his rugby and off the field, and it's not until someone's gone you realise how much work they had actually done for everybody else. So he really put Porirua on the map. He was always about the people in Porirua, and just a great ambassador for Porirua. And he's touched so many lives in Porirua. The thing that's going to stick out for me is what he did for everybody in Porirua, on and off the field.
There was the who's who of New Zealand rugby and world rugby. Where people travel from all around the world. We had from Japan, yourself from Hong Kong, all around New Zealand. So it just goes to show the character the man was and the respect that he had amongst his peers, his opponents, and just the whole country, really.
So if I can sum him up in one word, that'll be raw. Just plain raw.
He just warmed everyone up, he just easy to talk to. So and he's going to be hugely missed. So he'd have to be clowned, but in a nice way.
Tough. Yeah. Tough would be the word I'd use.
Determined.
Heart. Heart.